Good morning, everybody. John Grimsmo here. Man, that was a fun day with Peter yesterday. Well, I was utterly exhausted afterwards. Yeah, been here for a bit today. Been having problems with the bar feeder on the Tornos GT13, so I actually called LNS support. Sky was in last night, and he was going to pull like a medium-sized piece of bar out and put a full-size length in for the night run, and of this Delrin plastic that we're using. And there was an error on the machine, guide channel open, pusher changeover mode, and I'm like, I was gone already. I'm like, I've never seen that message, so he left it for the night, and I've been playing with this morning. I couldn't figure it out myself. Called LNS support, left a message. They called me back within about 10 minutes, which was awesome service. And turned out there's a flag and there's a pusher. I had to remove the pusher from the machine. I had to move the flag forward. I had to put the pusher in the machine in front of the flag, connect them, and then do it back, and it kind of reset the system. So Sky's not in today, but when he comes back on Monday, I'll have him show me how he got to that error so that I can add it to my notebook here. So I'm adding notes. This is our Tornos manual, whatever. Anytime I have a problem, I've been putting it in here. So I'm trying to write down the error right now, and then when he comes in, we'll add to it. That way, when it happens again, we don't have to call support. We just look in here for any recurring weird stuff happening. But yeah, I think I'm back to normal now. We're gonna run bearings, and we're good to go. Running these bearings is super nice because we don't need coolant for it, but it is a bit of a dusty operation. That little 1mm lollipop just kind of makes a mess. It's clean because this tool has an air blast around the periphery, keep the bearings clean. But yeah, that dust gets everywhere. Luckily, it's easy to clean up. We'll just shop vac it up or a dust buster or something, and the rest of the chips just go down to the bottom there. But yeah, we'll run this for a couple more days, and then we'll switch over to another titanium part. So one of my questions is, when it's doing this milling operation, you see how it's going around in tiny little circles. Now that electric spindle is only spinning at 18,000 RPM. It can go up to 60,000 RPM. So the question is, can I bump it faster and have the machine actually move to those speeds? Now it's programmed at 20 inches per minute, but you can see it can't quite hold 20 inches per minute on that diameter, on those tiny little moves. Now it's doing the engraving, so that doesn't count. So I don't think I can actually go any faster because it can't even quite hold 20. Show you the part off right now. We'll focus on the main side now. So it's reclamping, regripping, the turning tool comes in, turns the diameter and the chamfers and the face, and then drill, and then internal boring with the threading tool, and we're done. The main side is done and waiting. Now all the rest of the magic happens on the sub side, where it's interpolating those 10 holes. And doing the engraving. This is our scrap bin. Some good, some bad, or all bad, I guess. Some that look good. Green is good. This guy's getting full. Got another package from Directional. I thought I got everything from them. I know I placed a custom order for some new grinding wheels, and I haven't heard if they were done or not. So maybe these are the custom ones that I had made for the Kern Rask. Might be. Might be. They are. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, check this out. Okay. Okay, this is a big deal. Look at that. So they made this to me to my specs. I asked for a tapered shank. And I asked for just a ring in the middle with nothing in the center. Okay, let me get some other props and then I'll show you what's going on. All right. Man, I love getting custom tools made because you buy what's off the shelf and then you try it and then you use it and you realize what you want different and then you're like, can you make it like this? And they're like, yeah, no problem. I never even thought about that. And then match made in heaven. That's what this is right now. Okay, I need one more thing. Hold on. Okay, so two things are going on here. I got two different packs of wheels. One is diamond, one is CBN. Because I have two applications that I'm using this new cup wheel for. So in the past, I need a lip on my table here so the stuff doesn't roll off. So a few weeks ago, in some of the early quarantine videos, we were making the Norseman pivot. And I was trying to get that insane face finish. And I was using the die-cut grinding wheel, spinning, except with the hub in the middle, you can only, I can't cover the entire pivot. So this was spinning and the pivot was spinning and the pivot was just kind of like rolling around the outside perimeter of the thing. And it worked fairly well. But it's not ideal. What is ideal is to be able to have a disc like this with a hole in the middle so that I can swipe it back and forth across that face to the center. That way it just works better. So I'm still spinning both, but I can go to center and back and back and back. I think it will give me a much better finish, much more repeatable tool life. I'm using the whole face, not just like half of it. I feel like I was getting some uneven wear theoretically, not actually with that one. And yeah, so now I think the CBN one will be for this application, which is awesome. I might even use it for some other stuff too. And then the, whichever one's which, I think this is the diamond one. Yeah, these three are the diamond. I'm sure it looks exactly the same. That's gonna be used for our, when we mount the handle in the machine, right now in the Mori and then soon in the Kern, that hole gets drilled and then we put a ball in and then the machine does all the logic to press in the ball to the exact perfect Grimsmo height. And then a grinding wheel comes in, which in the past has been, even currently, is this one. This I got from SL Fuso in California. They've been making me these for a while. So if you notice, this one here has seen some wear. I think I made a mistake a couple times and dug in. So we're grinding a ceramic ball right there. I'm trying to just grind that flat. I want the top of the ball to be flat because we found that helps make our knives better and smoother, and that's full Grimsmo. So the wheel comes in, except again, same thing. There's stuff in the middle and I can't go through there. So I have to kind of skate around the outside and use just a little bit of the wheel. I got a new one here for you. Yeah, so new versus old. Same thing though. Versus this guy that can, now the ball can go straight to the center line and back and forth, and I don't need as much arc and it'll be better. I'll be able to evenly wear the whole surface, which is good for dressing and everything like that, as opposed to this one I basically don't dress it. I can't dress the face. So it just ends up glazing and wearing and causing problems long term. Actually, truth be told, this one, this exact wheel, with all the grossness, was cracking the detent balls for a little bit. And we noticed a few of the detent balls, the ceramic balls, actually had a crack through the middle. So obviously we stopped and scrapped those handles. This is actually one of them. There's a chip missing out of it. Because the grinding wheel was so dull. Can you see right on the bottom 6 o'clock position? There's a little chunk missing. Or maybe closer to my finger here. Yeah, that way. There's a little chunk missing because the grinding wheel is causing so much pressure and like it just wasn't cutting clean and smooth because it was worn and loaded and gross. So yeah, I'm excited for these new grinding wheels. They made them. I don't even think I've gotten a bill for them yet, which is nice of them. But they're not cheap. They're going to be maybe a couple $100 each or something, but worth it for what we're doing. And I'm excited. That's good. Anyway, now is the perfect chance after I put those away. Turn that bad boy on. Today's a Kern day, friends. So, if I can today start getting through some of the metal in this bucket, sort it, organize it, clean it, because it's really gross and chippy and magnetic or whatever. So I want to get all that grossness off, stack it up on the shelf, label which one's which. I want to start putting them through the machine and cutting dovetails into them. So I'm putting in the vise, use the new dovetail end mills we got from AB Tools, cut some dovetails into them, prep them, and then start getting closer to making some clamps, because I'm sick of how long these rasks are taking, and I want them now, and it's time to go. So let's do that. So I've spent the past few hours on the computer working on the rask backside clamps. I'm getting some good progress that I've been meaning to do for a while. And getting slower and slower and slower. My stomach's feeling super weird, and I can't concentrate. So I'm gonna head home, and it's Friday. I'm gonna have a nice weekend with the family, relax a little bit, and yeah, just feel off. It's not like me. So whatever, I'll rest it off, and then back at it next week. All right, guys, later, bye.